Hi everyone, this is Keila Calver from cleverpacks.co.uk, and I'm here for a very special week. So we're gonna have 7 projects this week, and they all about Valentine's Day. I know we have about 2 weeks from now, about 10 days actually, but there is a lot to cover because if you guys are like me who share little gifts, a combination of little gifts, you guys are in for a treat. I have Valentine's Day on the 14th is my anniversary of start dating with my husband as well. And on the 15th is birthday, so I have a lot to cover in the next 10 days until we get there. And if you have a look on this, is a combination, this box, a combination of Japanese origami style. So we're gonna have different marks to get this pedestal, this like step into the corner of the box. And this box opens on the bottom part. And that's how it looks inside. It's a very simple box. I decided not to put panels in it. You could decide to decorate with panels on the side, but I actually wanted to be as simple as possible, just giving the whole details for the part where we actually decorated. So let's crack on, because I want to show you how simple it is to get this effect on this box. So let me just grab my simple scorer, and it's a single sheet of paper, which is 7 3/8 by 9.5 inches, which is 18.8 centimeters by 24.2. And we're gonna get on the long side, and it scores 2 1/4, 4 1/2, 6 3/4, and 9. Escape from me. So I'm gonna turn around, and then we're gonna score at 5/8, 2 7/8, and 5 1/8 of an inch. So let me give you in centimeters. So it's 1.5, 7.3, and 13 centimeters. And on the long side is, so I've got the wrong way around. So it's 5.8, 11.4, 17.2, and 22.8. So now we have all the scoring that we need doing. I'm just gonna keep my scoring tool, because we're gonna need that. I want to prepare this so we can actually do the second set of markings. So let's mark what is that we need to reduce from this item that we're seeing. We're gonna save the third square when you have the small score line on this side. This is our lead, so both top and bottom. So this is the top of the box, this is the bottom of the box. Now on the top bit, we wanted to reduce this just enough so we can glue them together. So we're gonna cut it around on both of them, on all 3 sides. On this side is the side that we're gonna keep it, just part of it. So we're gonna reduce this by here, and we're gonna eliminate this one completely. Okay, so let me just cut it. Will make a lot more sense once we have started doing it. And there is a reason why I'm not folding and scoring yet, and you're gonna understand very soon. I have it's just I have another set of markings to make, but for that I don't want the paper to be slipping around. Okay, so we're gonna cut down to the first score line, actually all of them. And here we need to leave just as much as in here, which is almost an inch. Probably let's talk 3/4 of an inch. It's just so we can glue together, so we don't have to worry about these bits. This one, we're going to eliminate the first square and the small rectangle as well. And cut all the way to, in this case, the second score line. So that's what we're leaving. This one, we're cutting to the second score line again. And reducing this to roughly the same amount of the other one, between 3/4 of an inch and 7/8. And now we're going to the next one, cut down to the second score line. And this one, we're going to cut here. And what we're going to do, we're going to eliminate this little bit that is left here. Same thing happens on the bottom part. What you can do is, I prefer to use my snippet. It's just easier to control with the small scissors. Just nudging in just a little bit. Need to be a lot. Okay, that'll be it. Just on this corner here, we will come as we need it. But let me show you now, is the new set, is the second set of markings. So here we go again. Second take. We needed to mark all the squares. We need 2 squares. The easiest way to do this is to use your layering squares. And I've chose the third one from this one and the smallest one from this one. Now we wanted to have a very significant difference between the 2 shapes. Yeah. And what we're gonna do to actually have it perfect all the time is to align with the score lines. So we're gonna align the corners diagonally to the score lines that we have. I'm gonna have to put my head a little bit here, as with the shining of the light I don't see everything. So here, and using the smallest part, you actually go on the corners. Because it's a cardstock, it can withstand a little bit of force, and you want that because when you want to fold, you want it to have crisp lines. And if you use the score tool against the die cut up, it holds against the lip that we have here, so it doesn't go out and don't get wonky either. Same thing for the smallest triangle. I'm just get in the right place. It's great because the score lines help you get it right every single time. So you just need to align the point to the score lines and actually get really push, because you don't have the scoreboard with the grooves in this case, so you do need to push it slightly harder. I try to use the ruler afterwards, but it's just a waste of time. So now we have, I hope you can see here, the 2 triangles. Yeah, and now we're gonna fold every single score line and get the score line burnished with the bond folder. First we start on the main ones, the ones that we already have, the straight lines, to get the box together. Don't know if you noticed, because I completely forgot to mention, this is the part where it's gonna be, that has the flap to go inside of the box, so it's the underneath of the box. The full part that we have, that's where we use as our reference. That will be the top of our box. So that's the part where we score the squares. Let's see. That's what I got wrong. That's why we end up on the second take, because I got and scored on the part that should be the bottom. And that's not what I wanted. So now what I need is to pinch. It's not going to be as strong, easy to do as it was the other score line, simply because we're not folding the whole side of the box. We're just going for the square itself. So it's just going to be slightly marked. But it will all depend on how you actually pinch. Just using the score lines. That's why I say if you force well, it will mark well here. And we just needed to go around. What makes the shape is when you're pinching, you're pushing and you're pinching. On the other way, on the opposite. So this one you want to go in, and this one you want to go out. It takes some doing. Just wanted to get this first one. I know it took me a while to get the right shape that I wanted. Don't worry, because it's just this first time that you do it. Because you wanted to get its own shape before you even add the glue to it. Here we are, we're getting there. So this step is forming here. And I pushed too hard. There we go. Let's do it again. See, you just needed to force a little bit and show who's the boss in this one. Here we go again. Here we are. Okay. I don't want to edit, so you guys see that it does take a little bit of pushing and folding and making sure that you have the right shape. Okay? Because it can get a bit frustrating when you see something done. They say, oh, but it looks so easy, but I'm struggling here. So now this one, it does give you a little bit of a force to get you where you need it to be. So here we have, yeah, so now we know that it is ready to be glued. I've tried different glues, but I actually went with liquid glue, so tumble glue. You're gonna have to hold, you're gonna have to wait a little bit, but it's worth the time that you actually put it on there. Okay, so we are making sure that we have glue on all parts in here, because we don't want this to get undone, not after we manage to get it into the right place. And we align this side with the corner, and here we just secure inside where we want it. I'm going to show you how the corner is. Yeah, it's easy afterwards. The corner is the only part that is a bit more trouble to get together. So here we are. I'm just going to add glue to this tab, which will close the box, this one, and this one. So we actually closing the top of the box and the side. The other two tabs and this one is the bottom of the box, and we were gonna keep them away from us at the moment because this is the part of the box that's gonna just keep the box opening and closing as we need to fill with our content. So here we have all glued and all ready to go. So this is the part of the lid that goes like this. Here we're gonna need just a little bit of a nudge on each side, so we're easy tucking in. The glue is nearly ready, but you can see inside of this box now is all straight apart from that corner that we actually work on. This is the bottom of the box, so whatever you wanted to fill, you put it inside, and then you come and I just took the corners of the box, and then you close it down. So now this is the top of our box. Our box is ready for decoration. I'm just take it away, all the things that we finished doing. And I'm gonna show you how I came about on decorating this one. I'm using this ribbon, which is very vanilla ribbon. And also I'm using these little dowels and dollies. It's a lacy dollies. The cool thing about this one, I love this one about this lacy dollies, is that you can use the whole dolly, or you can actually cut in pieces depending on how big is your project. This side is very vanilla and the other side is whisper white. That's what I love about this one, because this project matches with the ribbon. To match with the ribbon, I want it to be very vanilla. I have a project later this week that I'm using the whisper white side of it. So to do this ribbon, it's a 3 loops on each side, and then the little leg. And I've used just my fingers, to be honest. I didn't use anything special. I just pull enough to be here. I have a holder for this in front of me. 1, 2, and 3. I think I did a bit. No, it's the right size. So now that I have this in place, I can actually cut. But to get this together, what I did, I use a little bit of, just hold this with the scissors. I got a little bit of baker's twine. So I will make a little knot out of a baker's twine. Show you. Just go here and made the ribbon a knot out of this, holding the ribbon together. I don't want it to be too tight because I don't want it to be changing shapes. I just want it to be holding together. Okay, it's just to allow us to play with the loops. All right, this is what I want. I just want to give some volume with the loops. And what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna cut the excess of this, and I'm gonna get a little bit of ribbon, the same color one, and I am going to glue around here, because what I want is just to hide the baker's twine. If you have a cream or very vanilla, baker's twine will hide it even better. Let me just put it all away so I can actually see what I'm doing. Had to put all away because it's just got all in front of me and I couldn't actually show you guys what I was doing. So what I need is a piece of ribbon just to hide this baker's twine, and I'm gonna use a glue dot to come in close if I don't get stuck to my nail. That's it. You just want to hide it. Here we go. So we have the first part of our decoration. And I try to keep it as simple as possible because I know how complex this box can be. I just need a half of one of these doilies. Yeah, we're gonna use half. And the other little lovely thing that I found from this summer spring catalog are this little wooden decoration, the heart decoration. And this lovely, so delicate. I've used almost one of each in this composition. So I have a flower, one of these engraved hearts, the one that is just the shape, and one of these ones, the little hearts. I found so cool, and one of the plain hearts. How cool is that? So we have a collection of the hearts that we have available to us in here. And we're actually gonna use the steps to get to what we want. I started with the ribbon and I got 2 glue dots in the back of this one. And I use right on the edge to get here, because I'm going to open the little sides of the bowl, because I wanted to get a little bit of volume here. The next thing that I've added was the little doily on the back. I got 2 glue dots in it as well. And now I have the little heart. I used glue dots for all of them because it was the easy way to get it there without having to hold for a long time. Let me just put it sideways so I can see better. So what I did was just to add a couple of glue dots in the sides. I used the hearts slightly sideways. Yeah, because hearts don't have where to hold. So we're going to have to go sideways on this one. And the same for each of the wooden embellishments. Here we go. I know it's a long tutorial. I'm sorry about that, but they are so delicate in the little boxes. See, the glue dots hold it perfectly, actually almost standing. And now we need it for the large frame heart. You could actually add photos. Just got that to my head. You could add little photos on these things. What about that? That'd be quite cool, actually. Quite cool. This little one only gonna need one in the back. I'm talking about this little flower. Because I'm adding that to behind this framed, using that little wall that we have on the box. And I'm gonna end this one. Oh, I like the idea of the photo in it. And I'm gonna use this last one. I'm gonna add one heart on each side of this heart, because this is the one that I'm adding to the bottom part of the construction. It then holds the heart completely standing in the front. So here we have all done. But now I like the idea of having maybe little photos behind those hearts. I hope you enjoyed. It is a longish process, but it's so worth it because it's such a different box that you can actually, it makes a gift inside of a gift. So I hope you enjoy. All the details for this project are on the link below, and you can actually get all the details for where to find these products in my shop, and all the details and the measurements on my blog. Hope you enjoy, and happy crafting. Bye.